Hey everyone, welcome to Withering Effect episode 63. Today's date is September 20th, 2020, and I am Duds or Duds versus known to the rest of the interwebs.
And I'm Jimbo. You may know me as Jimbo Slice 23. How's your week been so far, Duds?
Busy. But I do want to point it out there. We are one episode away from a full stack.
Yeah, I was hoping you mentioned that. If not, I was going to bring it up.
I think we actually did. Me and you were talking pre-show, and you asked, do we have any guests coming up? And I went, no, not that I know of. And then I went, oh, wait, we have the full stack. I think we have something planned for the full stack.
Yeah. When I asked you, I didn't even think about what episode we were on.
Yeah. We might want to get that together so we don't mess anything up. But yeah, my week has been very low on Minecraft, very high on sports and stuff. I won't go into too much of that. I'm just going to say go Lightning, even though they played pretty bad last night. But yeah, lots of resource gathering. I'm going to work on the end portal room, and I saw an image on Reddit that looked really cool, where they turned the end portal itself into an end island, and had some pillars and stuff around it. I was like, well, that's cool, but I would rather put some crazy detail in it with some of the chorus fruit plants, and I had the idea, I don't know what kind of architectural style this is, but the Arab archways, I think is what I'm going to call them. Maybe it's Indian, but where they bend in and then kind of go out into a circle. I'm doing stuff with my hands as if you guys can actually see the shape I'm talking about. Anyways, you'll be able to see it in the episode. And I think it's going to look really cool to kind of use these colors in that way. I've never really built with purple or endstone. I think they're some of the ugliest colors in the game.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But the design I'm doing, I want to do the black fogged floor.
Ooh.
So I need tons of black concrete and then tons of glass. Yeah, lots of sand and gravel mining. Lots of chorus fruit mining. Which, instead of making a farm like normal people would do, I just went to the end and just started chopping down all the plants. I've deforested 3 islands or something like that.
I guess it depends how many you need.
Yeah.
I mean, if you know how much you need, then you're not going to need a farm.
Well, I knew I needed a lot for this room, but I also knew once I finished this room, I would never need any more.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I wanted to make inrods or something like that.
Right.
But you kind of need a blaze farm for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but lots of resource gathering. I'm going to start on the room here, actually probably today, depending on how the rest of my day goes. Outside of Minecraft, had my parents come over, and we actually painted the shutters on the house and the front door, and I just want to say, that really looks good.
Ooh.
Yeah, if you're looking to, me and my roommate had pressure washed the house a month or 2 ago, and we're like, oh yeah, this makes the house look a lot newer and cleaner and stuff. Now, painting the doors and the shutters was like the cherry on top. So that's my non-Minecraft comment for you guys. Those of you who are asking for a stream Saturday, where's Does stream? Because I knew you were only stream at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. I was like, oh, I'm painting. I ended up streaming later in the afternoon though. But yeah.
Yeah.
What was your week like, Jimbo?
I don't know. Let me turn my phone off.
Good job. That? I did not hear that, so hopefully Carl doesn't hear it either.
Yeah, went bleep right next to the mic. Good job, RTX voice, if it was able to filter that. Yeah, I did more flying TNT dupers. I'm addicted.
More?
Yeah, I wait till you see my next episode. How much land I've cleared out. Right now, at this point, I'm 3/4 of the way done clearing out the land. I got 1/4 left where the outpost, the pillager outpost is.
Mm-hmm.
I got to tear that outpost down. Though I want to keep a marker of where the top floor of the outpost is, because all the measurements for a farm is measured from the middle of that top floor of the outpost. So I want to keep a block there, obsidian block, so it doesn't explode, just to keep that mark. And that's about it. And I'm just going to tear all that out. And the plan is right there. I want to put an iron farm in a tower. Of course, I'm going to have 4 towers around, and the pillagers are going to kill the iron golems. That's the idea. Got to set it up to where, they can only spawn in a certain area, concentrate their spawns in the middle where the golems fall.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I'll get third drops as well, possibly. I don't know if the golem's going to be fighting them, clearly. So not too sure how that goes if they drop items, if it's not a player kill. But anyways, I just want the iron.
I think if you spawn the iron golems, right, that would count as a player, kind of like dogs do when you tame a dog and it kills a skeleton.
Maybe. Yeah, I wasn't too sure. I never really tested it to see how I'm going to do it. Yeah, it's one of those things I'm doing this year. I'm just going off of what I feel. No tutorials, pretty much.
Yeah.
I got to make the iron farm by myself. And I kind of know the mechanics. If I don't, I'm going to have to learn them. So that should be a lot of fun. Also did a Bastion raid from the new 1.16.2 brutes were involved. My first Bastion raid I did was fairly easy because, there were no brutes. The brutes do hit harder. They have more health. So what I did, I went and found a Bastion in the middle of nowhere, and I just kept my distance. They can't hit you if you keep your distance. And there's lava everywhere. So what I did was I just lured them to me, and they kind of pile up and fall into the lava. The lava will kill them. It's not like they can swim in it. So
yeah, that
made it so much easier that they're not very smart. They're a bunch of dummies.
You got to also remember, we're playing on 1.16.2 still. So Piglin pathfinding's still bad.
Yeah, I got to do another one.
Yeah, we haven't updated to 16.3 yet. I don't think any of us are really in a rush to update for that.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's like we've all kind of settled in. We're okay with 1.16.2.
Mm-hmm.
I know people like me and you we got to set up replay mod every time we update and
right,
all that stuff. And I'm a dummy when it comes to it. It takes me like 30 minutes to an hour to update replay mod now because I'm just like, wait, how did I do this last time?
Yeah, as long as you can find like the right websites, you can get to, downloading everything. But then once you download everything, you got to put everything in the right spot. So it does take a little bit of time. There's tutorials online. But yeah, I'd say until that's out, let's stick to 1.16.2.
Yeah.
So we don't lose the replay mod. Because I actually need it from what I'm doing. If not, I'm going to lose a bunch of footage, a bunch of progress.
We play on a server with a bunch of trusting people. Like, really 1.16.3 was to stop that duping glitch.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I don't see anyone on our server going out and purposely trying to take advantage of this glitch. Like, it's just not the way we play or anything like that. And yeah, Piglin pathfinding is a little off. It doesn't matter. I've still died 20-something times to the nether.
Your pathfinding's a little off, too.
My pathfinding's really
off. That evens it out a little bit.
Yeah. I do use a controller, so I don't move the same way everybody else does.
Mm-hmm. In my video, I put the Bastion raid, so if you're curious how that went, you can find that there.
Yeah, that was a big Bastion you found, too. I had never seen one that large.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There was like 2 sections of it, and in the middle was one of the bigger ones with the spawner in there.
Mm-hmm.
And once you I kind of worked my way from the top to the bottom just to clear out all the brutes.
Mm-hmm.
And once I got to the bottom, the magma cubes were everywhere. I knew I couldn't get to the middle unless I took out that spawner. I don't usually like to break those things, but in this case, just for the footage, I wasn't going to get there without that thing being there, or with it being there.
Yeah, I fear that the magma cube spawner is going to be a lot like the Silverfish spawner, and the fact that it gets broken just about every single time. There might be 1 or 2 that get saved and turned into farms or whatever, but I see that as almost an automatic reaction. Oh, this stupid spawner? Break.
Yeah, unless you make a farm, there's no real reason to have it.
Yeah. That being said, I like the idea of magma cubes having a spawner. I like the idea of basically all mobs kind of having a spawner because it's a nice alternative to the dark room mob farms we constantly make. That being said, some of them probably don't need, we don't need a creeper spawner because that'll just blow up in our faces, pun intended.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but the Silverfish spawner, I like what we've done on our server, where Silverfish now drop clay balls because clay is not a renewable resource for us, and guys like Crock like to build giant football stadiums out of bricks.
Yeah, thing looks awesome.
Granted, you can trade with villagers to get bricks and stuff, but the Silverfish dropping clay balls is definitely not OP because it still takes so much time to get the looting effect on Silverfish and stuff like that. So I've got no problem with it. I think that should kind of be a new Minecraft thing. Like Silverfish dropping clay kind of makes sense. They're the same color and stuff. Maybe, I don't know.
They come out of the walls, which are stone.
Yeah, I mean,
So clay could be part of it. They don't drop anything, do they?
I thought it was a genius fix. I mean, we needed lots of clay. We didn't want tons of villagers on the server because those guys are kind of a pain. I will say once 1.16.2 happened, it's gotten a lot better. But yeah, I mean, why not? Makes sense.
Yeah, I don't mind that. New update 1.17. Silverfish drops clay.
Hey, to give you guys a preview, this episode is unexpected updates. So things you think could be thrown into an update out of left field. That might be one of them.
Yeah, everyone expects certain updates, but maybe they got other plans.
All you people expecting that cave update, you're gonna get left winged.
When it's a Silverfish update, people would be pretty mad, not gonna lie.
No, I could see the cave update being in 1.16, especially if they're doing the mountain update at the same time. It kind of makes sense, but that's not what I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for an inventory update.
Yeah, that's been brought up too.
But I'm not going to complain about a cave update. Might be kind of cool.
Like we said before, they know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
We trust where they're heading, so it should be cool nonetheless.
In Mojang, we trust.
Yes, it's like a slogan of ours now.
But yeah, should we go ahead and get into the news?
Yeah, should I start us off?
Go for it.
We got podcast news.
What?
Yes, the show is now available on the Amazon Music app and website. This means it's now even easier to listen to us on the Amazon Echo device without the need to use TuneIn? Is it TuneIn? TuneIn. Okay, it's all in one word. Is it supposed to be one word?
I don't know. I don't know if it was a typo by Carl or what, but it's TuneIn.
Okay. Yeah, wasn't too sure what word that was. Just ask Alexa to play the Withering Effect podcast, and your device will play our latest episode. Check out the link in the show notes if you're an Amazon Music user, and hit the follow button to let Amazon know more people should check out the show.
I use Amazon Music as my go-to app. I'm one of the few that don't use Spotify but use Amazon just because I already have Amazon Prime and stuff like that. And it's okay. It's not the greatest app in the world, but it does the job, and it's better than the radio nowadays, so.
I've never used it. We do have a little Google, like, hey, Google, do this. Hey, Google, do that. We have one of those.
Oh, okay.
It's put away.
Yeah, I don't trust those things constantly listening to you. I love how we're advertising, like, hey, we're on Amazon, so now you can talk to your robot, and it's like, I don't use the robot, they scare me.
You don't use it. Go use it, but we don't use it.
I think this is awesome. I like our show being all over the place and as many options as possible.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can find us anywhere now.
I really don't think there's many places we're not on. So GG's to Carl for making sure you can find us just about anywhere.
Yeah, big props to Carl.
But into the Minecraft news, really there isn't any Minecraft news, but we do have Minecraft Dungeons news. So there's a September update going live, or it's already live, I can't remember. But they have the Lively Village, which is a market filled with new merchants, daily trials, new mode with exclusive rewards, Buzzy Bees, new content to help support underused playstyles, which means Jimbo will never play this game again.
Nope, I'm done.
But I was looking through this update, and the whole Lively Village thing is basically they're using different villager types to sell you and upgrade stuff, give you missions, stuff like that. And I think it's awesome. I'd love to have some of these guys in, Minecraft Java Edition?
Yeah.
Except for like the gift wrapper. That's one of the merchants. And it's just a way so now you can trade items back and forth between players. Remember how you would get a lot of cool items when we were playing, but I'd somehow still get the crummy ones?
Yeah, I do remember.
Now if you get multiple crazy cool items or something like that, or if you just want to give an item you're not using to a player, you can do that through the gift wrapper.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool idea.
Mm-hmm.
I know this update, it'll be in the Creeping Winter DLC update.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's involved in that.
Yeah, so I think it's already out, because I think the Creeping Winter update's out.
Yeah, that was out on, I think, September 8th
mm-hmm.
from my notes. I got more than one note today. How about that?
Oh no.
Yeah, cancel the show. Shut it down.
We're going to overload Jimbo.
That's all I got. I can't talk anymore.
Well, I don't consider myself a Dungeons player because I just played the beta or whatever it was. I really like Dungeons and what they are doing.
Yeah.
It's not a Minecraft game. It's not someone who took Minecraft and created a mini game within it. It's like nothing like the Hypixel guys. It's its own thing, just themed like Minecraft, but it's themed so perfectly. It fits so easily in the world that I could see stuff from Dungeons moving into regular Minecraft. And I think we're going to see that a little bit on October 3rd. I have a feeling that this new mob vote is going to be mobs from Dungeons or Earth, and we're going to be voting on one of those things to get into the game.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that, but I want different mobs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, something that I haven't seen before. So even though, you know, that we have these mobs already ready and available that could be implemented, I would like to see something different. That's where my vote would be.
I could see that. And that's kind of it for Dungeons news. If you guys play it, let us know if you're really liking this new update. Again, me and Jimbo are all on that fence. We're like, we like the game, but we haven't purchased it yet, mainly because I want to purchase it for the Switch. And I honestly don't sit down and play my Switch. I'm kind of at the point now where I have Breath of the Wild, and all I have left to do is beat Ganon to beat the game. And I haven't done it yet. Because then it's like, once I do that, I have no reason to play on my Switch.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dungeons looks like one of those I might pick up.
I got, my son got Pokemon for the Switch, and I played it, beat it, put it down.
Yeah.
Just a reference, what you're saying.
I know we have a few people who play Minecraft on the Switch, and that's got to be kind of cool because of how cool the console is. You can play it on a TV, you could pick it up, play it in your hand.
Mm-hmm. Handheld, yeah.
It's like the ultimate little console.
Yeah, it's different from playing on your phone because you actually have buttons.
Yeah.
Playing it on the phone with your fingers, I can't go in the nether. I can't play Pocket Edition.
I don't know how you guys who play on your phones and your iPads are able to play Minecraft as well as some of you do. It's just like, I can barely scroll through my screen on my phone. And that does not mean you guys get to call us old fogies for not being able to do this. So I was brought up with a controller.
I have a nephew. He is, I think, 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
And he plays Fortnite on a tablet. And he is nasty.
What?
He is nasty on this tablet. I've never seen... He can build. And his aim is like... He's like an expert sniper. He's 7, 8 years old. I'm like, are you serious? And I'd always mess with him. I'd kill you in this game. He goes, yeah, right. You know, I get him all fired up. But yeah, I just thought I'd mention that. Like, you don't see... I don't see myself being good at anything on the phone, but it can happen. It can be done, apparently.
I think it's just kind of what you grow up with. I know people who are older than me that are still gamers, and they're strictly keyboard mouse. They can't do anything outside of that. And my generation, we grew up with controllers and consoles and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're really good with. Granted, keyboard and mouse still lingers through the generations just because, let's face it, PC Master Race. The PC is the ultimate console, but I'm just a controller guy.
Yeah.
This next generation seems like they're a touchscreen group of people.
Won't be following that.
Last part of the news is Minecraft Live is October 3rd. Don't forget, we're going to try to do something special for that. I think we're going to do a live show for our patrons that day, and then an early release of the recording of the live show, hopefully, before we get into the main show. We haven't exactly figured that out.
Yeah, so I was going to say, really haven't got the how we're going to release it yet, but definitely going to do it live.
Yeah, just a reminder, it's going to be in 2 weeks, so those of you who are looking forward to all that, mark that on your calendars. Let's go ahead and get into the Discord ad. This week's Discord ad is brought to you by C3PO. Thank you so much, C3PO. Take it away.
Hello, interwebs. I'm C3PO, a member of the Withering Effect Discord, a great place to talk to fellow like-minded Minecrafters and to get to know the people from the show. Sometimes there are even puppy pictures. Don't delay. Join the Discord today. Link is in the show notes. Toodaloo! Duds made me say that.
All right. Thanks, C3PO. a member on the Ripple Effect server. Real awesome community member. But yeah, I'm blanking because it's early in the morning. Oh, I'm so used to easily transitioning from the Discord ad to the block of the week, and then I just went, what? I'm hearing all my neighbors get in their cars to go to church and stuff, so I'm just like, distracted.
Yeah, you're usually really good at that segue.
Not today.
Not today.
No. But anyways, again, thank you so much, C3PO, for the Discord ad. I'm sorry I butchered your transition. I'm sure you'll get me back sooner or later on the server. But yeah, so the Discord is the only place you guys get to vote for Block of the Week, which is the segment we're going to talk about now, which was an overwhelmingly popular week in votes. We had you guys choose between a Grindstone, Blast Furnace, and Shulker box.
And the winner this week is... Shulker box. Huge victory. The votes here, Grindstone had 13 votes, Blast Furnace with 6, and Shulker box with 39 votes.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that might be the biggest we've had. Now that I'm scrolling through them.
Yeah.
I don't see any of them with 39.
Mm-hmm.
No. But a few things on the Shulker box. It's crafted with 2 Shulker shells and a chest. Cannot be found naturally. It's mined with a pickaxe, though you can mine it by hand. It's a lot quicker with a pickaxe. Used to store and transport items. There's 27 inventory slots, same as a regular chest. That can be dyed and also can be stored in any chest besides another Shulker box.
Yeah, so this vote kind of came at a good time because Xisumavoid came out with a video on updating Shulker box literally like 2 days ago.
Yeah, and it probably influenced 39 votes.
Probably did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just going over a bit of his updates, a lot of it were based on enchantments. There was one where you could double the size of the Shulker box. Thought that was okay. What were some of the other ones? Do you remember?
I like the vacuum one.
The vacuum one. Oh, yes.
I'm not big into like putting enchantments on just Shulker box.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it was implemented, I wouldn't be upset either. But yeah, the vacuum is where whatever's in your Shulker box and you have it
in
your inventory, all the items that you're gathering would automatically go into that Shulker box instead of your inventory. I thought that would be great for inventory management.
And he also has the feeder, which would take stuff out of a Shulker box and replenish your inventory.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really a fan of any of them.
No?
Well, except for the obvious one where you can view inside your Shulker box.
Yeah.
Like if you hover over the thing. So that's a mod right now in the game. It's a client-side mod, doesn't affect gameplay or anything like that. You just hover over and it lets you know the contents of your Shulker box.
Yeah.
I installed that this morning in preps for doing the show today. One of the first things I did, and sure enough, it's going to stay in my gameplay because it really is nice. Now, it's not like game-changing, because obviously if you hover over Shulker box now, you still understand some of the contents that's in there because it gives you a smaller list.
Mm-hmm.
But then it does like the etc. at the end of it. It's like you have 400 stone blocks, 27 cobblestone, etc. It's like, yeah, but do I have the diamonds in here?
Yeah, exactly. There's always stuff hidden in those boxes that you can't see sometimes, and they just get lost.
Yeah.
In those Shulker boxes. It is nice to do that. I don't think that's available for Bedrock, though.
I don't think it is either, because it's a fabric mod.
Mm-hmm.
So it was real easy because me and you use fabric for our replay mod. And it was literally just download the mod, drop it in the folder for the fabric API, and good to go. It doesn't activate all the time. You can scroll over your Shulker box and that's fine. Or you can hit shift and it shows you a condensed version, or you can hit alt shift and it'll give you the expanded version of every slot in the Shulker box. So if you're like, well, do I have room in the Shulker box? Alt shift. Okay, yeah, there's 3 slots open. I can throw stuff in there. Really cool.
It's very helpful when, like right now, where we are in our season and our builds, how we need so many blocks. We're right in the middle of all this to where our inventory is a mess.
Yeah.
That is so helpful.
I'm doing this import room. I have like 5 shulker boxes for this room, and they're all the same stupid color because I won't dye anything. That's the one update Xisuma talked about that I 100% agree with. That should be in the game, especially after trying it out with myself.
Yeah.
I normally am not a fan of doing stuff like that. Even the Optifine Cheaty Zoom key took me a long time to get used to, but now I can't live without it. So
Yeah.
this is one that I think I'll constantly keep putting it in my game as much as I can. But for myself, I want a backpack option. I think a backpack option fixes the feeder enchantment and the vacuum enchantment Xisumavoid was talking about. Just being able to access the shulker box while it's already in your inventory. Yes, it's an extra step. It doesn't do it for you automatically, but the time it takes to take it out of your inventory, put it in your hotbar, then put it on the ground, then open it up and put everything in it.
Right.
If I could shift click or something into my inventory, tab over or something like that, that would be awesome. I'd much rather have that ability than any other ability.
Yeah.
The final one was one I just thought of a couple weeks ago, then completely forgot about it until a message on our Discord was talking about a player not going to the end. Let me find it real quick. Yeah, Maxenstein mentioned that they never go to the end unless it's in creative, so shulker boxes really aren't something they use, and I understand that. So it's like they want the wandering trader to be this guy who brings you stuff that you may not go explore stuff. Why doesn't a wandering trader sell shulker shells?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be an extremely rare thing they sell, but if they could sell those, I think that would be awesome.
Yeah. You'd be in a hurry to get to that trader in that case.
Mm-hmm.
Because those are, they're a pain to find. And sometimes you kill a shulker and they don't drop them. You know, right there, you're going to get your shells from that trader.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a bad fix.
Yeah, and the trader doesn't have a huge supply of inventory anyways.
Right.
So it's not like it's going to be overpowered.
You're going to get like 8 to 10 shells at the most, which is, it's enough to run down that trader when you see him.
But I mean, could you imagine early game getting a wandering trader before we've been able to go to the end?
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. That'd be the best time.
Mm-hmm.
Be rare, like you said, which would kind of balance it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
There is a suggestion in here by J-Man how when you dye leather on your armor, how you can combine colors and get different shades of that color.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be cool to implement it with the shulker boxes, because a lot of times you run out of colors when you're trying to, manage your shulker boxes, and I feel like you need more colors to verify what shulker box is what, especially if you can't look inside of it.
That's true. Yeah, I like that idea.
Didn't think that was too bad. I don't know if that's a Java thing where you can combine colors or Bedrock thing, because I've never really tried it on Java.
I know you can 100% do it on Bedrock, and I think you can do it on Java now. I know for a long time you couldn't be able to do it, or you couldn't do it. My English in the morning. We record in the morning and at the night, and that's the worst time for me to speak. But yeah, you can do it in Java now, I think. I know it was on horse armor, and I have to assume it's for regular leather armor also.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, being able to do that on something like a shulker box would be really cool too.
Yep.
All right, should we move on to the main topic?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so this is the unexpected update. These are things that we feel Mojang should update, but things that aren't necessarily being asked for. If that makes sense.
I get it.
So these are things you wouldn't normally think about need to update until you really think about it. So I have 5 updates. You have 3?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll go first so that way your 3 can intertwine in mine.
Perfect.
So my first update is the kitchen update. I've talked about it before. I want to be able to combine different foods in the game to make better meals to boost your health or different attributes. So this comes from playing Breath of the Wild and its ability to craft foods that not necessarily look like they go together, but will give you different effects. Like if you combine this heat lizard with something else. It'll give you like fire resistance for a little bit of time. Things like that. It's like, I'd love to have that in the game. Imagine combining potions with food. And I'm not saying make all food do this. Like, I would want it to be kind of a sneaky guide. So like you can talk to your friends, like maybe to get, I don't know, night vision or something, you have to be able to combine it with a golden carrot. And that golden carrot turns purple or something like that. But it only works with the golden carrot. Maybe a health boost, you have to combine it with an apple because an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Okay.
Just stuff like that. I really want combining foods. I think that would be a huge step in making potions relevant again.
Yeah.
I know they're not. I know I'm a bad player for not using potions like I should. But it takes up an inventory spot, and if inventory update is not coming, this would be a good way for me to infuse potions into what I do on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm. And you kind of see that already with the golden apple.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of boost. You know, it'd be cool to implement that into other foods.
Mm-hmm.
Another game I play, 7 Days to Die. Once you get so far into the game, you can make better foods, and again, you get boosts from the better foods that you make, and it's not very uncommon. It seems like something that could definitely be put in the game.
Yeah, and to me, honey was a missed out opportunity with the fact you can just put it in a bottle, and that's it. It's like, let me put honey on something else, and maybe that affects the saturation a little bit. I know they've been talking about getting rid of saturation, especially with the combat update.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but maybe this is a cool thing to add to the combat update.
Yeah.
Also, how cool would it be to give your friend a poisonous steak and they don't know it?
Now we're talking.
Yeah, tricky.
You can use it for trolls and pranks.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, being able to combine potions and food could be really nice.
Small update, but
yeah,
I like it.
I'll preface all of my updates are small because I have a feeling 117 will be a smaller update. I could be wrong, but that's what I went with when I came up with my ideas.
Yeah, a couple of mine are small. Should I start with my first one?
Yeah, go for it.
My main one, which could be small, could be big, is an animation update. Kind of like what they're doing with dungeons. How, there's just a lot more animation to the player. They can run around. They have knees and elbows.
Mm-hmm.
They actually, their arms and legs bend. I would like to see that. Though this could be something for more of like a Minecraft 2 type idea. I would like to see player emotes. And I actually think they're bringing that to Bedrock.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken. I watched a B-Dubs video where he was doing an RTX 3080 preview.
Mm-hmm.
And he was looking in the mirror and actually waved into the mirror. And I was like, holy crap. They have emotes there. Now, I don't play Bedrock. This might have been in there for a while now. But I think that'd be cool to bring to everyone, even in Java.
Yeah.
Also, more fluid motions, like with the sword. I mentioned this before. If you hit with a sword and you're looking at a player using a sword, they do like a windmill motion with the sword.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks weird. People don't use swords like that. So it'd be cool to just, I don't know, use better fluid motions. Also, mobs, I noticed. They all kind of walk around the same. It'd be cool if they had a little bit more animation as well. Like, for instance, their mouths would move when they eat.
Mm-hmm.
Specific animations for mobs. Like, you kind of see that with the dog when they cut out of water, they shake.
Yeah.
You have that animation. Maybe chickens will actually, like, bob their head when they walk. I'm bobbing my head right now. You guys can't see that. Maybe cows do, like, a little shake every once in a while because there's flies around them or something.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like there's a lot of room for improvement in Minecraft for animation. It's not very animated game. I'm pretty sure that's how they like to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
And if they were to add those animations, it would be kind of like a Minecraft 2 type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking. I just think that would be cool. We don't usually see this kind of thing coming. It would just be really out of left field.
Yeah.
To see an animation update.
100% agree with you. I think a couple episodes ago, I had called player emotes coming to Minecraft at some point.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden now not Java, but Bedrock has emotes. So I'm agreeing with you. I would love that update. Morning voice. But
Morning voice duds.
there's something that disagrees with it in my stomach, and it's...
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember a couple updates ago where they changed the horse model?
Yeah.
They changed it because they said the horse model was too detailed and didn't fit with the Minecraft textures.
Right.
But now we're seeing Bedrock get emotes and stuff. Well, that doesn't fit with Minecraft textures at all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking when they did the horse model, it may have been for something else or whatever like that. And then the backlash received from that, because I don't know a single person who likes the new horse model at all.
Yeah, I don't mind it, but yeah
I
know
think,
what you mean.
Yeah, I think Mojang has kind of understood that people are okay moving forward. It doesn't have to be the same kind of block style all the time. And I think that's one of the reasons modded Minecraft is so popular, because it's Minecraft, but it's pushing it just a little bit further where it doesn't break the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see player models being redefined and allowing elbows and knees and stuff like that. Even if it's not the running motion, they keep the same running motion where it's just the arms and the legs flapping.
Yeah.
But you stop and you hit a button and your guy waves or something like that.
Yeah.
Granted, that'll get rid of the item shuffle and the crouch bob as ways to say hi.
Right.
But yeah,
which I'm okay with.
I'd love an animation update. I think that'd be so cool. So my number 2 is the ambient mob update.
Okay.
And this one's a super small update. It'll introduce small insects, kind of like crickets and fireflies. So they're not necessarily items you can grab or mobs you can grab or anything like that. It's basically just going to be particles, but they're going to be like little small particles you don't really notice unless you're looking for.
Okay.
I had this idea when you walk through the nether now and you have all the different particles rising and falling. It's supposed to be like ash and stuff. I was like, how cool would it be if you had quicker particles that were small that could act like insects? So you can't really interact with them, and the mob doesn't really interact with you, but maybe it interacts with, like, if you have high grass in the area, you'll see a little cricket particle bounce around.
Mm.
And maybe if you have flowers, the fireflies come out at night.
Or next to like a swamp, have fireflies.
Same thing. Yeah.
Or dragonflies.
Or dragonflies. Just little things like that. I think that could be really cool, and I don't think that's something anybody's really looking for.
Yeah. Also, maybe birds, smaller birds flying around. There's not really much going on in the air.
Yeah.
You know, in real life. I hate bringing up real life in Minecraft, but in real life, there's a lot going on in the sky. If you look up, there's animals that fly around all the time, and you don't see that in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Which, again, this is Minecraft. It's not real life.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I know what you mean. It'd be cool to just see a little bit more movement, bring in the world to life just a little bit more.
Yeah, and I thought about birds. That was like the first thing I thought about. But with parrots being in the game, I felt you needed to up the game with parrots. So you would need a mob that actually would fly around and things like that. And I just went immediately, well, that's more mob AI that could cause lag in the game. So I wanted to stay away from that. I'd rather have something like a particle effect that could be easily turned on and off.
Yeah.
Controlled by the items around it. Like maybe you needed 3 flowers within 9 blocks for a cricket or a firefly to show up or something like that.
Yeah, I like it. That could, like we have bees. It could clash with the bees.
It could.
Scenario.
It's not my fault they made bees giant.
They can always take the bees out. That's probably what the next update is. Take out the bees and just make them ambient mobs.
And for our listeners who haven't figured it out yet, Jimbo hates bees in real life and in Minecraft. I don't think Mojang's taking the bees out of the game. He's being sarcastic.
I'm pretty sure everyone hates bees. They just don't admit it.
I don't hate bees. I hate wasps.
Yeah, I really hate those.
I don't have a problem with bees. If you don't mess with the bees don't mess with you.
Right.
A wasp doesn't care.
If you don't see them,
Wasps are buttheads. They see you and then they sting you.
Right. Yeah, some are just relentless.
Mm-hmm.
You know they found murder hornets in the United States. So
I know. And I also know we're getting off topic. So what's your next update?
I want to see a creative world update. This could be a smaller update.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a lot of trouble with commands. I don't. Maybe it's easy for a lot of people. Maybe it shouldn't be changed. But for me, someone that's not familiar with it, I got to put / command type all this stuff out just to clear out land, just to build certain things in creative. Like if I go in creative and I want to build something I want to put in survival, I have to do it block by block because I don't know these commands. Though I could probably look them up. I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, Bedrock, I don't know if they have the same commands as Java. And if they do, if you're on console, you have to use your controller to like type in commands. Maybe they could add buttons, kind of like how you could go from spectator, creative, and survival now with one button. You can switch over.
Yeah.
Maybe they could have something for that to clear out land, to copy and paste things, because it's just hard to make a survival build how you want it to look when you're working block by block in creative.
Yeah. So what you're saying is you want a more icon-based command style.
Right. Exactly.
I gotcha. I could see how that could work. I'm not a big creative player, so I don't really know how others would feel about it, but I could see it. It'd be kind of one of those things, well, if you're used to the old way, it still works the old way, but if you're not used to it and you're getting new to this, here are these icons to help you out.
Right. Yeah.
They kind of went that way a little bit with their new command system. If you don't remember, a little while back, they had changed it so moving through the command screen was a little bit easier. I say command screen, it's really just that stupid bar. It would autofill a lot easier, and you could tab through. You could tell I don't do commands a lot.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the tab thing. If you start typing something out,
yeah,
tab can finish a lot of it for you. But yeah, like me being someone that's not familiar with that, I wouldn't even know where to start. I feel like I wouldn't know how to fix it, but I'm sure some people can come up with a way to fix that, that jump from typing everything out to making it one button or maybe two buttons. I don't know. One button seems a little unrealistic.
Yeah.
That's it for the Creative World update.
Okay.
Smaller update.
Well, depends. The guy who's probably writing the programming for that, it's like, what the heck?
Yeah, I don't know what that entails.
My number 3 update is the chest texture update. So instead of having the standard chest texture, we now have a different chest texture for every wood type.
Nice.
Including crimson wood and warped wood.
Yeah.
I think the barrels have kind of sparked interest in this. Granted, don't get me started on every barrel needs a texture now too. Let's start with the chest textures. This is something I would have loved to seen a long time ago, especially you see some texture packs that have really good looking chests. But because I play on an SMP, I try to use as close to vanilla as possible so other people who visit my base see the same thing I do. So I don't go too deep in the texture packs, except for like utility things. So chest texture update would be really cool. I'd really like that.
Yeah, also implement those textures to the barrel.
Could be.
I mean, if you're making a barrel out of crimson wood, why would it come out brown?
Yeah.
It just makes sense to have a red barrel if possible. It just adds more blocks for people to play with.
Yeah. And like small update. Nothing crazy. This would obviously be tied to something else, but I felt this would be huge to some creative players. Some builders in general would, I think, love this kind of update.
Yeah.
All right, Jimbo, what's your last update?
Well, let's do your number 4 because I agree totally with number 4 of yours.
Okay. Number 4, concrete stairs and slabs. Enough said.
Boom. Mic drop.
Yeah.
Small update, simple. Everybody wants it, Mojang. Everybody wants it.
Yeah. I know I said this was supposed to be stuff no one was really talking about, and I still feel this kind of falls in the category because I don't think anyone thinks we're going to get concrete stairs and slabs.
No, right.
I don't know why Mojang's been so hard up on allowing us to do this. Concrete is the one material in real life you can mold like Play-Doh.
Right.
Let us have all the variations of concrete. We don't need concrete powder to have all the variations. No, just the concrete part.
Yeah, I'm okay with the powder being, just a block.
Mm-hmm.
Okay with that. I mean, you gave us the stone cutter.
Yeah.
It's very, it just goes hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't see why you can't do it, but maybe there's the reasons.
Maybe.
I don't know. But as a builder, I like to call myself an artist. That really helps builds and designing.
All right, your last update.
Skin update to where you can customize your player a little bit further than what you can do now.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be cool to have different player sizes, like width, height, maybe also more layer options to go on top of your player.
Yeah, I love the more layer options idea.
Yeah, I just feel like then again, it's more fun to try to use your creativity to figure out, how to get a certain look on a custom player. Yeah, I think that's real cool how people can make things, pop out with just that double layer. But it would just make things a lot easier if they put another layer on top of that to, really customize your player. Now, the height thing can be controversial because, if you make your guy a 1 block high player, you can easily get in and out of certain situations 2 block players can't. So that can be controversial, but it would just be cool to see players of different types, sizes. Everyone's the same size right now. And it would just be cool to just see maybe, like I saw a skin of a Yoda. It'd be cool to see a little Yoda running around.
I love the idea. My only worry is that if you change the hitbox size, it can affect gameplay.
Yeah, definitely.
It's something I think they would try to stay away from. So I have the feeling it's like any changes to size would just be like visual only.
Okay.
So the hitbox, it didn't matter if you were 1 block tall, you still couldn't walk through a 1 block hole, if that makes sense. Just the whole gameplay abilities. It would definitely be hard for the PvP aspect. Yeah, you hear that? I'm coming to the defense of PvPs. Could you imagine having a guy that's a half a block tall running around the server?
OP.
How hard it would be to kill that guy?
Right. Yeah, that's one thing I didn't think about when thinking about these. The skin update was kind of like, okay, let me throw another update in here that I think would be cool. I kind of threw that in there. I did put on my note that, sizes would be cool to see them different sizes. When I was talking about the Yoda character, that was on Xbox a while ago. My buddy played as the Yoda skin, and his hitboxes were the same as mine.
Yeah.
So, if you can adjust the sizes, the hitboxes would have to stay the same.
But the more layer options is what really intrigues me. A lot of people have figured out, I don't like Minecraft armor. I don't like it at all. I spend all this time designing skins. I love making skins. I've made a few skins for people on the Discord, just random people who are like, hey, can you make me a skin? And it's like, well, what do you like? Sure, takes me like 3 weeks to get the time to do it, but I love making skins. So the fact that I have to then cover up the skin with this dreadful armor. Granted, the netherite armor is a little bit more detailed and looks a little bit better, but if you have an elytra, now you have these weirdly long or high pants that still covers up a weird spot. I don't know. So the fact that I could maybe add a layer option that would cover the armor itself would be awesome. Like if maybe I had an invisible layer option where the armor layer would disappear, but I would still have its abilities, would be kind of cool. Again, that would break PvP in a way. So you would want to make sure that probably can't happen there. Or even just the ability to texture change the armor visually for everybody. Because that's the other problem. It's like, you can change how armor looks to you, but to everybody else, you were a blue Smurf running around for the longest.
Mm-hmm.
Another layer option to be able to change that could be really cool.
Yeah, like you said, customizing the layers. Maybe this layer's invisible.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool. That would also go with the skin update.
Yeah. So my last update comes with the fact of Pickstep.
Mm-hmm.
I think Pickstep took everybody on a wild ride, and everyone's enjoying that disc right now. So I see Mojang riding the wave and putting out more music discs.
Yeah.
More jams for your jukebox that you can't use a hopper to fill and unfill.
Yeah. And in my eyes, there's one jam, and that's the Pickstep. The other ones aren't bad. I guess. Some are pretty bad. I was watching Neebs Gaming, and they found a disc, and they're all excited. They're like, oh, we got a music disc.
Mm-hmm.
And they put it in the jukebox, and they were like kind of staring at each other. And they turned it off real quick. They were like, no wonder that was buried in a dungeon. That was awful.
Yeah.
And it would just be cool to have more music that's more relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it, even different genres would be fine. Maybe you have like a country music disc, and Pickstep is kind of like a hip hop style. Maybe there's a rock disc.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're onto something there.
Yeah, I think it would be very unexpected, but very welcomed at the same time.
Mm-hmm. And again, if people want to keep the old discs, that's fine. I could care less if they took them out. But yeah, more music discs. And Lena Raine's been doing a great job.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The music she's implemented.
So Google, in its infinitive knowledge or spying or whatever you want to call it, knows I play Minecraft a lot, knows I'm constantly looking up Minecraft stuff. So when I go to YouTube, I have all this Minecraft music as an option to watch. And some of them are really cool. Like some of them have turned the Minecraft songs into the synthwave, kind of a new fun thing that's happening where people are like making 80s versions of these songs. And some of them are really good. It's like, oh man, that would be cool on a disc to play in game.
Yeah, the retro style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, but I think that's going to do it for us today, guys. But before Jimbo reads us out, I want to say a huge thank you to all our patrons who are supporting the show. Our milk level patrons are Aubni, Crock, ohbeep, StoneFigure, TheOfficialCCL, viperoustuna, and YDYT. If you would like to get access to exclusive benefits and hours of extra content each month, please consider joining at patreon.com/thewithering effect.
And if you like the show, you can share it with all of your friends and on social media. If you listen on Spotify, follow us. Or if you listen on Apple Podcasts, leave us a nice review. Doing any of these really helps the show reach more listeners. If you'd like to get in contact with us, send an email to podcast@thewitheringeffect.com, tweet us, leave a voice message, or join our Discord, where you can have a chat with everyone who works on the show and fellow listeners. All the links are in the show notes.
This show has been brought to you by Jimbo and myself, but also our digital producer, Carl. He helps make sure the show ends up where it should be. The amazing music you hear in the intro and outro is created by the one and only Decoy. Everyone's social media info can be found in the show notes. You guys have been awesome, as always. Thank you so much for getting withered with us. You should probably go drink your milk now. Bye.
See you guys.